This is The Scoop for Tuesday.
I'm Megan Bowman with the WMNF News headlines. The Florida Supreme Court will take up a convicted felon's appeal. Yesterday, the court said it will hear from Terry Hubbard, although a date was not set for arguments. DeSantis and other state officials made a high-profile announcement in August 2022 about voter fraud charges against 20 convicted felons, including Hubbard. Hubbard went to the state's highest court in October last year after another court ruled charges against him should move forward. DeSantis called for a special session on immigration yesterday. WMNF's Chris Young reports one group says it's a waste of time.
The special session will likely carry out President-elect Donald Trump's expected crackdown on immigration laws. DeSantis made the announcement at the state capitol.
The state of Florida stands ready, willing, and able to be able to help facilitate these policies that will benefit Floridians and benefit the American people.
But Tomas Kennedy, spokesperson for the Florida Immigrant Coalition, says the session is unnecessary.
They really are just wasting time and legislating the same thing over and over and over again year after year.
Kennedy pointed to a 2023 anti-immigration law touted as one of the most restrictive in the country, and a 2019 state law banning sanctuary cities and counties. The session will also address condo problems and hurricane recovery. Kennedy says state legislatures should put more focus on these issues rather than immigration.
To me, it's just a distraction from the fact that they have not been able to tackle these other issues that will also be tackled in this special session.
The special session starts January 27th. Chris Young, WMNF News.
The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service announced yesterday the Florida manatee will stay listed as a threatened species. However, the Antillean manatee's classification will change to endangered. That's what the sea mammal was considered for decades. But in 2017, federal officials reclassified the manatees as threatened. Environmental groups have argued to place manatees back on the endangered list. The agency will likely publish a proposed rule detailing its decision today. Meanwhile, statewide, 565 manatees died last year, making it what experts call a pretty average year. But in the months after Hurricanes Debbie, Helene, and Milton, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission says they rescued 19 manatees trapped by storm-related flooding, including one still in rehabilitation in Brevard County. Cold temperatures posed an extra challenge for those manatees, and FWC veterinarian Martina DeWitt says this year's early start to winter means the challenge will continue.
It's always the season where manatees face that extra threat of cold stress, and especially the young ones, now have more young, inexperienced manatees. So that concern for cold stress is real.
DeWitt says more manatees are now reproducing, indicating the species is continuing to recover from 2021's record die-off. With that reproduction, FWC is seeing more young manatee deaths, but also more live calves. The new year brought an expansion to a Tampa area nonprofit. The Crisis Center of Tampa Bay's merger with Success for Kids and Families now provides more services to young people. Clara Reynolds is the Crisis Center's CEO. She also founded Success for Kids and Families in 2005.
It has its roots in a different philosophy and a different way of working with children and their families who struggle with severe behavioral health challenges.
She says in the past, when someone called the Crisis Center, the organization was involved in the initial crisis, but then referred individuals out.
So now when children, family members, adolescents call and they need help and support, we're able to refer not just in the community, but also internally to this wonderful new resource. And we're very excited about that opportunity.
The new service is available for people age 5 to 24. To connect, call 211 or go online to crisiscenter.com. The National Weather Service says mostly cloudy today with highs reaching 66. Your low tonight is around 48, and similar conditions exist for tomorrow. I'm Megan Bowman with the WMNF News headlines on the WMNF app and WMNF.org.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.